Howdy, fellas and fellows. Sorry for why we haven't been on here for a little while. I've been our grandparents there for a while. Had some fun last night, and so we're back. I've just been letting Barry hang himself. She's been doing a pretty damn good job of hanging himself. So here we go.
Where you can meet a Slim Jim by a real subject today.
As an older adult, I didn't want to spend all my time binge watching television, so I said, let me go back to school. I have a son who actually also graduated from the Purdue Global.
Hi guys, we were walking back here. We're coming out here seeing Lucky's Kittens out here.
Oh, there's a Coca-Cola bottle on the board.
Yeah, that Coca-Cola thing. That's worth some money.
2 red
For
ones,
the $1,000,000.
and
Just fucking Barry on it.
another tiger.
Future corpses.
No, I didn't catch his live this morning. I didn't know he was live.
These other ones here, I petted them. Bradman, not so much. But the black one and the
Corpses.
red one, that's Lucky. That's the
Sad that
one.
he's allowed to just breed these fucking animals in it. That one, he says in one of his videos that he had 40, and I'm probably, it was like 20 or 40 kittens in one summer when one survived.
Yeah, we didn't bring you on to show the kittens, but we wanted to show them anyways. There's my buddies right there. Another. Can we get with a hat?
About these them wildebeest, I mean, look.
Did he say anything good fasting at all? Or is it just more him talking shit?
They look like a good old RTO. Rent to own hat. Look at that. My hat was free though. I didn't have to pay for it.
Just like your house, like all your cars.
Listen, Barry acts like they gave him this fucking hat just because, you know, he advertised for him. They'll give anybody that hat that fucking rents from him.
Alright.
Carpet would be. So, the reason we brought you on here, we wanted to show you what we've been doing today. And grass cutting and weed eating. In order.
Yeah. What the fuck does English have to do with a garage, with a car sound? What the fuck does English have to do with
Cut all this out,
Beautiful
another one of
shit.
the bumblebees. Looks like I'm gonna kill another one. No, he's gonna. No, he wants a. He
Can
wants
you
a lot.
imagine?
Come on.
You know they're probably into his attic
He's about to kill you.
and all his trusses.
Yep.
He's
I know
boring
he's
holes and
always
all that
like-
shit, dude. I mean, they're gonna be so
Well,
fucking hollow.
We had a problem with them when we
Yeah.
first built the big garage out there.
And that was all new wood.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Look what they did to them 2x6s, dude. I mean,
And he's
He's
squatting
got
and thinking
a
that they're
back,
actual
dude.
fucking like bumblebees.
them are boar bees.
Woman,
Carpenter bees.
Yeah. I mean, they will tear your house.
Well, guess
up.
what he did today, Dad? He put out a video a couple hours ago. Guess what he did today? Wild fucking guess.
Talk shit. I guarantee it.
No, he's doing lumberjack work, spring cleaning.
Craftsman T110.
Lumberjack work, huh?
We cut the
So
side
no
yard.
lumberjack work ain't spring cleaning. Lumberjack was cutting wood. and
Actually, the
cutting
guy I bought the Charger off of and the Corvette off of, he was a real lumberjack.
He definitely wants to die.
wood. That is. He's a good dude.
There you go out there and get that dirt off of
You
him.
gotta take it to dirt bikes. I paid the
We
whole
did some
fucking
weeding around the
wherever
Fifth
I go,
Avenue.
man. I just got a place.
Around this,
I just got no
here, all up around here.
That's usually, he's just evading us. Which joke's on him. I'm usually up till about 6 a.m., so I'll just wait till I see his ass go live.
Stuff it here.
Not me tonight, boy. When we're down here, I'm crashing. Fucking boy.
All around these mowers.
I usually talk to her before she gets her day started.
Still got water in
I
it.
usually talk to her before she gets her day started. Yeah, that's like fucking 7
He's
o'clock.
out here.
There you go, boy.
And we stopped back there when we got the yard cut.
You know what's truly sad? That Mustang when it was parked there, when it was parked,
We
brought
been
to the
using
right
some,
place,
weed
was a
killers,
really nice car.
Pretty
and that's
good.
been helping. We got some stuff called a racer. We're trying that out now.
Eraser.
Then we had some stuff from
Is
Harbor
it
Freight.
pink berry? Does it go on either number 2 pencil?
Let's see how good it is over here.
Oh, that kind of offset the size as hell. It's probably an eraser of a little girl.
Not too bad. Still some green there.
You know how I just got a little girl sitting on a pencil.
Don't forget, if you carry a firearm, you're a bitch. So I guess like
A lot of
I don't know,
places here.
Brandon Herrera, Demolition Ranch, Donut, multiple Hitchcock 45.
So
Any
we're just trying to get caught
normal
up with
ball
this
biting
stuff.
citizens
weed cutting and weed
Carry,
whacking.
she carry a firearm. I mean, the only people that say that shit are people that
You
can't
see
carry
a
a
lot of
firearm.
the brown right there.
And I can't carry a
This is
firearm,
all
but
grass.
you'll never hear me say that. Because the
Grass
normal
grows
people
over
ain't
it,
supposed to be out
needs
here gangster
Like it's a yard. It's
street
not
fighting
just
and
in
shit.
the
You
driveway.
know what I mean? They're not held to that.
Weed
Stuff.
eating
They
back
don't live
here,
that
let's
lifestyle.
spray it. Weed eating all the way
But
around.
you remember when I said that was a like a clip of that video? Like that was a part of another video. It's the end of this because this video cuts off. So either Barry purposely did it.
They're doing edit.
Exactly. Either he purposely did it, or
Man, it's a
his
huge.
phone
Man,
around
it
the
doesn't
room.
look like it'd be much, but you get out here and start weed eating. Come talk to me.
So you can walk around with a phone, and that's not too much. Walking around with a weed eater in your hand is too much.
Obviously, be more strenuous.
All around both these cars and the back of them.
What about people that do it for a living every day?
So we
You
wanna do a
did
couple
you did
other
about
videos
what
here.
20 square
The
feet?
reason
I mean,
I'm
come
doing
on, bro.
this, trying to get this
Sure,
done here. I'm gonna
sure.
try to start some of these cars here.
He's gonna start him. Not. I'm gonna drag him out and finally fix him up. I'm gonna start him.
I'm not gonna take him where I can take him to town and I can take him to car shows. And,
Hey Barry, make sure you put some ZDDP in to quiet them lifters down. You know that's what that shit's for, man.
right?
Your own words said that. I know that's bullshit. What I know what it's really for. You don't, but tomato,
Even though our
tomato.
haters are gonna say, "Oh, you can't do that."
You can't do it, Barry. You can't do it.
Hey Barry, you will not have one decent going to town rig classic car by the end of the summer. You will not. You cannot. There you go. Prove me wrong, bitch.
You will not start one of the cars in the next week because I said you're not.
Son.
Like you're really proving somebody wrong if you start the
That's
car.
one thing of the
I mean, you're a dumb motherfucker that still swears that a Buick frame is different than a Chevelle.
Trying to get this done here. Let's try to start some of these cars
I mean,
here.
You're fucking
Even though our haters are gonna say, "Oh, you can't do that," or they're gonna,
Hey Matthew, what's up, buddy?
son,
Exact same wheelbase.
you know, my handicapped son. It's one.
Hang on. I'm glad you did this, Barry, because I want to discuss something on that. He's your handicapped son, but yet you let him run his mouth about Mako, but then you're whining that everybody's on his ass. Well, your handicapped son should know to keep his fucking mouth shut if you don't want to be brought in drama.
Right.
Simple solution.
And son or not, how does he feel about you fucking wanting to fuck them young girls? Because if he's cool with that, then he's just as bad as you.
Because listen,
That's a fact,
even
Jack.
my friends, if I have beef, doesn't necessarily mean they have beef with the person.
Right. I mean,
They keep their mouth shut. Just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean they have to open their mouth and not like the person. That's not loyalty. And I know, Barry, that's what you think loyalty is. If I have a problem with somebody, you got to have a problem with them. That's not what that is. That's just being stupid.
I mean, what's he so disabled about? I mean, obviously he's learning disabled.
He's getting disabled, confused with laziness.
Right. That's my point. That's what I was getting at. I mean,
he's lazy. Hence why he's 40 fucking years old and can't go out and
dude,
cut
you're like
grass.
43, dude. 44 years old. He's only a couple years older than me.
Thing of the other, you know.
Playing Minecraft.
And you want to talk shit about me, Barry, and my looks and everything? Dude, I pull more bitches than you pull, buddy.
It's fun.
Or your son.
Listen, it's more self-reflection of his life. Look at Ryan's teeth. Barry ain't
These
got no
trolls,
teeth.
these haters,
I mean,
you know, these basically trash people. Lead a good life.
white
you know, they don't
trash.
have
Bro.
one.
Get it right.
I find it
We're
fun.
trailer trash.
Hang on. I find it funny you call me trash. I find that hilarious because, well, let's see here. I'm still welcome at your show. I'm still welcome at other YouTubers' houses, at events. I'm still welcome in the car community, and I know that burns your ass, Barry. But let's talk about what you're not. You're not welcome at car events. Every time you shout somebody out, they get mad at you for doing so. You are looked upon as a pariah. You won't be welcome at most events because you want me to keep your fucking mouth shut.
Not that they would turn him away, probably, but they're going to be watching that motherfucker. Don't think that.
Like you went on and attacked my buddy Matthew because he just comments on our channel. He didn't go on there and attack you that I know of. But you, just because he comments and he agrees with us, you're going to run your mouth here in a minute about it.
Listen, he did a whole Mr. Obvious because some dude said, hey, that could be a nice car one day, basically. You know, hey, it's a decent car, needs some work.
It's not my
He got all
fault.
turned up.
Okay. Maybe, you know, if he was a better, you know, teacher,
I was.
I won't let him
first
talk
one.
about this. I won't let him talk about this, and then I want to discuss this.
These basically trash people need a good life. You know, they don't have one. The one's talking about my son, and you know, I can't help your son's a drug addict. Okay, it's not my fault. Okay, maybe you know.
No,
if
it's
he
your
was a
fault.
better,
Your son's an addict, though.
you know, teacher, and you weren't on drugs, Davey. You know, maybe he wouldn't have followed you into, you know, alcohol and marijuana and all the drugs that you're doing. He's, you know, following you. You know, he's going to be just like his dad. So there you go.
Okay, Barry. It's funny that you want to talk about somebody else's parenting when you dropped your fucking son off when he was fucking 6 and forgot about it. He was a burden.
It was younger than that, dude. Which I'm sure if somebody's watching this,
You-
or sees it tomorrow.
You did that to him. You have
He was younger than that.
you have no fucking right to talk about being a father, being a parent. You weren't even one to fight for your fucking son.
He wasn't in school yet.
There's a difference. You can be a dad, Barry. You are a dad. You're not a fucking father.
What about
There's a difference.
Hold on. What about your daughter, Barry? Or I should say daughters, because supposedly you have 2 of them. So I know one for sure, but and then somebody said, and they would know that a couple years back, so a girl come out and tried to contact you. And what about that chick? And I want to say something else. What does him, me, anybody watching this, anybody in America, what's them being a drug addict? What the fuck does that have to do? How does that make them a deplorable person?
Act like you don't have your own fucking vices, you fucking pothead.
Listen. So what? I'm a drug addict. What the fuck does that have to... you know what? I'm not you won't hear me attack somebody. If I have a problem with somebody, I'm going to attack them for who they are. Not the color of their skin. You'll never catch me fucking with anybody under probably 35. I mean, never, ever, ever, ever. So what the fuck is being a drug addict? Because I am 100% a drug addict, dude. 100 fucking %. I own that shit. Because you have to if you're going to be real and try to be a better person or not. What the fuck does any of that have to do with you being a racist and you being a map?
It's just the day that I would take parenting advice from Barry fucking Beamer would be the day I grabbed that 8mm Mauser and suck started.
What does that have to do with Rich being a racist and a piece of shit liar?
You want to know the first fucking thing about any of the shit you speak.
Right.
First of all, you want to hear something, Barry? You want to hear the cold hard truth? So they're going to watch this. You love everyone in fucking cars more than you ever cared about Ryan.
Right.
Because I would be willing to bet.
Facts.
I would be willing to bet if Ryan was dying needing a fucking heart transplant, you would let him die before you sold your Mach 9.
Here's another fact. Barry could have never took Ryan home because welfare would have stepped in and took Ryan. His house is deplorable.
Because
look at how he lives.
Again, because he's not smart to clean shit up and get rid of cars if need be. It's called sacrifice. You sacrifice for your kids, whether it's your fucking happiness or anything else.
Whose fault is that? Your fault.
You didn't move Ryan until Ryan could pay your fucking bills, dog. That's not a father. That's not a dad.
Ryan didn't come live with you until he had to leave.
So you raised him. My
It's
son.
pretty fucking bad. Your boy considers your father his dad. Not Barry Beamer, your father. I have a video proof with Ryan saying it.
Never done any kind of drug.
Bullshit. Look at the way he's lost in his teeth, dog.
And how you gonna call anybody else an addict when I know for a fact you was arrested for a prescription fraud
Drank a beer in his life.
with Ryan's mom, and you told your mom that it was all Ryan's mom's fault. She made you do it. Blah 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 blah.
Think about who he just sounds like.
I mean, it's just more self-protection.
He's repeating the shit you said about me.
Right. He can't own nothing. That's the problem.
He's repeating the exact same thing, word for fucking word.
Never. These haters are just something else, you know.
I mean, I've offered to pay you
They're
good
now
money to
saying
come to
something
your
about
area to get
comments.
ring
I
and
turn
give me
my
the beat
comments
that you
off.
so said you was going
They're
to give me.
sick, you
I
know,
mean,
reason in their
I
mind.
don't know how many more
I
times you
turn my
can
comments
say.
off
I
so I
mean,
don't have to put.
fuck, your brother and sister want to chip in 500 apiece.
That's why.
Exactly, Barry. You turned it off because you didn't want to deal with our bullshit. Well, newsflash, idiot, you got me blocked. I can't comment, you stupid
Right.
fucker.
I mean, right.
So if you're getting multiple fucking comments, then that should tell you something, dog.
You was getting bad comments before this
So I
ever
don't have to
started.
listen to them harass.
As a matter of fact, the reason why my buddy Fast is because of Mr. Obvious. He left just an ordinary fucking comment, and you went attacking him on Mr. Obvious.
Right, talking
To
about
me,
beating their asses, killing
every
their
day of
dogs.
the week. So, you know, of course, now I got some paper trail here on this one because he's hit me up with a bunch of mentions.
Oh, give it time. I love how we, like Matthew, when everybody came on there and fucking told Barry how the fuck it was, and Barry, the cowardly little weasel he was, they had comment back to nobody.
On YouTube, and it's all in black and white. So I'm just going to take that
Goddamn
along
right.
with some cash and see my lawyer.
When?
Google this shit, guys. Just fucking Google it. It's glorious. Google, do you want a lawyer for small claims? Just Google that. And you will fucking laugh your ass off at the answer you get. Yes, you can have them. Most lawyers won't take a small claims court because they're not going to make anything.
I mean, when are you
And,
going to do it, dude?
Getting for harassment, yeah.
Hold on. I want to talk about that. Look.
And it's-
You keep talking about harassment. Look, Barry.
That's what it was, Fast Thing. I knew it was something like that.
When you put yourself out here in the public, dude, people making comments to you, calling you names, shit like that's not harassment, buddy. That's not all harassment. You need to look up the definition of harassment, dude. You know what I mean? People have a right to not like you, especially if you're trying to be a public figure. You're trying to be a big famous YouTuber. So you're going to have to take some criticism and some mouth because, listen, if you could get anybody for harassment, fuck with movie stars, Jack Black, people like that, Holly Berry, all that shit, why wouldn't they be suing the fuck out of paparazzi?
your fault.
Think about it.
It's your fault.
Hey, Barry, here's what's going to happen, dog. Because none of this is all just make-believe bullshit. This is all make-believe in your fucking head, what you would like to do. Just like the car thing, what you would like to do. See, like to do and have the will to do it are two totally different fucking things. But I digress. Here's what's going to happen. If you magically, the stars align and you sue us, we're going to counter-sue you for defamation because you called Dad a pedophile. But no,
Right.
We're going to sue you for defamation of character. We're gonna tie Ryan in a lawsuit because Ryan's channel.
You got
And
it
then
right.
here's what else is gonna happen. Judge can't make you pay because after I show them the proof, here's what he said to girls. Here's the racist shit.
Let me tell you the third thing that's going to happen. We're going to file a motion for discovery, Barry, on your ass and
Yep.
Ryan's ass.
Yep.
You
And
better
you
look
know
up
what
what
the
that
fuck
is. That's what I mean. Take me to court. I know what's cracking here. Take me to court.
That means all your internet history.
Let
and
him look
bullshit.
it up, dude.
Don't
So go into
try.
court and say, I didn't say that shit. They did this. They did. You can't get around it, buddy. Just so you know.
As you like to say, there's a cloud, buddy.
Right. I mean, and just look it up, buddy.
And
That's what's going to happen.
Here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna go in. We're both gonna plead our case. I'm gonna stand there and just wait for my turn. Then we'll say, "Here, Your Honor. Here's the proof of what Barry said. Here it is. Here's what he said to girls on X. Here it is." The judge is gonna look at that. She's gonna have some harsh fucking words for you, he or she. But then they're gonna say, "I find in favor of the plaintiffs.
4-minute speed shot.
I'm gonna own a chunk of Beamer and Sons garage."
Right.
Then you're right. A judge can't make you pay, but he can garnish Ryan's wages.
Hold on. Let's clear that up too. Okay, listen. A judge can't make somebody on disability pay. He can't garnish a disability check. Okay. He also, if you're indigent, if you have nothing to sell,
I was getting to that.
nothing at all that you own that you can sell to pay your debt, he can't really do much. He can put you in jail for contempt of court for not paying, but they usually don't. But Barry, you and Ryan brag about having 95 cars, owning your home. Those are assets, buddy. Those are assets that the judge can most definitely order sold to pay your debt.
I want you to think about something. Think about that small little amount of money, Barry, that you had to give your brother. Now, do you really want to give me money? Because I'm going to be laughing my ass all the way to the bank.
Because in order for you to sue us, you're going to have to sign an affidavit saying, I never said that shit about black people. I never said nothing to no young girls. You are literally going to have to swear under oath that for
Perjury.
lies that we made all that shit up. You do understand, but I hope you watch this because look it up. You know a judge can order you to take down your YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
And given he can't physically make you do it, but what he will do is he will put you in jail until you take it down. Because it's contempt of court once you defy a judge's order. I mean, I'm waiting. File the paperwork, Barry. I told you I'll pay for it. Just like the ring. I'll rent the ring in your area, dude. I mean, close enough to a hospital so you can get so I can get there in time.
Buddy. So yeah, all this is dead. All that was all grass.
Like your YouTube channel, huh?
Killed all that.
Like you did your boy's YouTube career.
I gotta get back to what I'm doing. And
You know what's really sad is, bro? I've been doing this for 4 fucking years. My dad has never once took my channel and said, it's mine now. I'm going to shoot the videos. I'm going to speak on what I want to speak on. I want to do it this way. Me and dad are a collective team. If I think that this will make a video, I talk to dad about it. I get his opinion on it. And then if he says, go for it, I go for it.
try to
Because it's my
ignore
channel.
these assholes since they don't have
Yeah.
a life.
It's a pillow
We
squeaky.
killed all that over there. That was
It's
all
got
green.
lumbar support.
There's a couple of little trees coming up. We're gonna get them out of the way, and
Well,
Well,
I feel better
clean
than
up
these steel
here.
bar saw.
it's gonna take a lot to do it, but it's gotta get done. It's gonna get done.
Hang on. Don't
You
you-
will not do it, Beamer. Now you can say your hater said you won't do that
Hang
too.
on. Think about
And it looks
the
to be true.
just think about the logic, you guys. Think about the logic in this. We are all talking about the EPA coming on, Barry. We're all talking about the debris, the clutter, all this shit. The health department. And now look what he's talking about doing.
And he's not smart enough to understand it's the tires that's gonna fuck him.
Which
The
is
tires
right
and
now.
the fluid.
Going into
Talk about not winning, dude. Talk about not winning. But yet, dog, we're making you clean up your place. We're gonna, if you fucking fix the car, we made you do it.
Right. I mean,
So you can talk on here talking, oh, I proved my haters wrong. You're right. But we made you do that.
Hold on.
We won.
hold on. Let's be real though. Nobody ever said you would that you
under
couldn't
spring
that
going
you
into
wouldn't
summer.
couldn't pull that
Some
engine.
days it feels like it's summer, and other days it feels like it's
We
spring.
said you wouldn't do it on your own.
A lot
No,
of grass
as a
is
mom always belting on
fine
herself.
here where I sprayed it.
I mean, nobody ever said you wasn't going to pull the
Think
engine.
about
You said you probably never get to it.
This fucking, oh, wait till we get that video.
I mean, you never did clean the
Trying to
car
kill
trailer
it.
off all the way, but you proved it wrong
There
now.
wasn't so much gravel here. There was a
X
little
heads.
speck little
X
pieces of
heads on the
gravel.
motor. I
Put
mean,
more gravel
Buick
down.
frames being different
Lot
wheelbases.
more
You're an
gravel going
idiot.
down.
They're all 112.
Our weed eater is, of course, our
And that's what's fucking hilarious about this dude. He will say, fucking with undeniable certainty that because it's Barry Beamer, it's factual, that a fucking Skylark is totally different wheelbase between 68 and 72. Knowing that any Buick guy, anybody like that's gonna know he's full of fucking shit and they're not gonna watch it because they're gonna think he's an idiot.
Listen, anybody that's ever bought
Yeah,
a Chevelle that had a rusty frame, that's what they look for. They look for
still.
Buick frames. They look for shit like that.
and
'cause
it's
they're cheaper.
top of the line. There's only one that's better than
But
this.
you know what I mean? He will turn away other people seeing shit, even just to make try to make us sound stupid.
I want you to listen to this right here. Listen, he's going to tell you that his steel is top of the line, the best of the best. Have you ever noticed that with Barry? Everything he's got is got to be
Handle.
extraordinary.
And I think it's got maybe 3 or 4 more CCs.
I don't think you guys have to worry about it. I don't
This
think
is
Beamer
the
from the
best
garage is gonna
weed
leave his
you
house
can
very
get.
much anymore.
Look for it.
Go to the
Still. Look for the name, look for the model. FS130. You don't want to have nothing no smaller. 130R. Now battery charge.
I think ours is bigger than that.
To me,
No, the
it's-
battery
it's-
shorted back up.
I mean, it's always the best. It's above and beyond.
Personal
Look,
Hang
at
on.
his property.
I thought
Look at his
Barry
lot.
didn't Barry. You guys, I know, Fasting probably know. Didn't Barry say like a year or two ago that he sold that electric fucking thing, and he made money off of it? Pretty sure he
Kind of
did.
started the craze of the mini bikes and the little doodle bugs and stuff. And there's a trailer. I'm going to do something with that. Get that, a couple tires on that, and try to move that on Facebook Marketplace. I got
Barry, you don't sell shit on there because you think your shit's $1 million shit. You're not even a rational enough person to see the greenhouse rib for what it is. A $300 parts car. Me being the, as Dad would put it, the lucky guy selling parts, I don't think I can make really anything off of that car. Like this Dart I'm getting ready to buy. I'm going to try to part up a skin, but I don't know if there's not a lot left. It's about in that shape.
a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be doing that.
That's my point.
And
Even somebody like Mr. Phillips, I don't even think he would touch it because I don't know if you can make anything off of it. Like, okay, you have a fucking 455 that's locked up, $200 engine at most. A transmission, $200 transmission at most. A rear, another $200 transmission at most, and that's it. What else are you gonna sell?
there you go. What's the international guy?
I mean, most people that sell shit they're realistic. They can look at it and say, "Hey, these are what these parts are worth."
Nova, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to insult the car and Novas. They don't make slow. The bumper's falling off the back of it now. You notice that? Yeah, rewind that. Look at it. Driver's side is literally falling off. I don't think it's been like that.
Exactly. Even that fast thing, he thought that Mustang was worth $1 gajillion, and it's not. That's like me getting on here and saying that my Charger is fucking a 15, 16, $20,000 car at 6.
And close shut the jaws of oblivion.
It's just unrealistic, and then he whines because he don't sell nothing. Well, you can't have those prices. You can't. You're just not gonna move anything.
Son Garage. We appreciate you coming back. So this is another Mr. Obvious video, and we have to do this from time to time to try to keep our trolls and our scum.
Think about this, Barry. I really want you to think about this. Think about the views a year ago you used to get on your Mr. Obviouses. Think about that. Now look at the views you got today in 3 days. Now go back to the video I posted on the main page on the Suburban and look at its views and likes and comments in comparison to yours. Think about it, Barry. Put your ego to the side and think about it.
Trash shitter talkers in line. So one particular individual, we're going to call him Davy Jones. He won't
If you're new here, go check out Mako.
shut up. So we'll have to take him to school here. He says, why'd you cut the exhaust system off the motorhome?
Listen to this. Listen to the size pipe this fucking clown says this is. And you're going to laugh.
That went to the generator. Well, because it's got some cool 1.5-inch pipe.
1.5-inch pipe. How many cars do you guys know that take a 1.5-inch exhaust pipe?
None. You're not gonna find it.
Especially the especially the shit Barry has around there. These big bad performance machines that Beamer and Sons of Garage is putting out, and he wants 1.25-inch pipe on it.
You might be able to use it for another car. Of course, you knew that, didn't you, Davey?
Look,
No, you
hang on a
didn't.
minute.
You're a dumbass. Because you don't know anything. Now, we're talking about a guy here.
See, you're attacking. Okay, you're gonna attack. You attack David for not knowing. Okay, if he admits he don't know nothing about cars, he admits that, but he knows other things in other areas as individuals. If they're into something, they'll know about it. I'm into cars, fast things in cars. We know our shit when it comes to that usually, and if we don't, we do something Barry can't do. Listen.
That
You're
drinks
attacking somebody that's literally
and
admitted that
continues to
shit.
drink himself to death, okay? Because he knows it all, but he continues to drink alcohol until the final will happen. He'll have probably a heart attack or a stroke or cancer from all that alcohol. Of course, he's already.
This perturbs me a little bit. How are you going to talk about alcoholism when you yourself wrapped several cars around the pole running from the police when you were drunk and hammered?
Right.
If I was going to talk this way, I have more right to being that I was never an alcoholic.
You got some health problems, don't you, Davey? What was that? Not too long ago, you couldn't smoke. Yeah, you couldn't smoke your whatever it is you smoke.
He's full of shit. He's making up shit because think about it. He was doing a live and he mentioned he couldn't smoke. Barry was on a live talking about he's got to roll a joint.
Yeah, I know, but
It's self-projection. This whole thing
I
is
thought
that.
maybe he was getting confused to me.
No more. You said it on your channel. I had to see it. Yeah. So he's such a know-it-all. He says, "Why'd you cut that exhaust system off?" Because
How many of y'all would have a brand new winch like that and just leave it out in the elements? Don't cover it up. Don't put no winch cover over it. Nothing. Just leave it out in the elements.
you could use it on something else. You dumbass.
Barry, you have to build cars to be able to use these fucking parts, dude.
Y'all's missing it though. Look how pitted that shit is. Look, if you're not a professional welder, it's hard enough to weld exhaust. Let alone that pitted ass shit like that, dude. I mean, come on. It's junk. It's
Well, it took
crap.
the exhaust system off the truck too because it had a 440 in it, which has got the big 2.25-inch exhaust pipe. Same reason. You can use this pipe in something else.
Huh? Do you know how? I just feel stupider by listening to your stupid shit.
Maybe you could use that mopper on something.
You're acting like you pulled apart a fucking 1970 Super Bee with a 426 Hemi that was all fucking original, and you're salvaging the parts because you could sell them and make money, or you can use them. You're talking about a fucking motorhome, dog.
The dry shaft. We took that off. Maybe we could sell that. Facebook Marketplace. There might be somebody that's got a 73 Superior.
Yeah, because everybody, dude, is fucking restoring a 73 Superior fucking motorhome. Everybody, dude. Barry, you put that shit on Marketplace, dog. You're gonna sell that shit within a month.
With a 440 that needs a dry shaft.
This is nice. Yeah.
Spare parts. Dumbass. Of course you knew that though, didn't you? No, you didn't.
How much do y'all think a drive shaft for something like that's worth? I'll give my personal experience. Me and Dad just picked up what, 2 drive shafts for that Charger for $40. One's a big block 727, one's a small block 904. And then the dude had a 8 3/4 housing for a 71 Charger, complete for what? We pay $150 for that.
$50.
Complete though. I'm talking everything.
Yeah,
the axles.
Yeah. That'd be $150. Yep. With the good cases, supposedly.
Yeah, it's got a 489 case, which is a strong case.
You know that. He didn't know shit. He thinks he knows it all. Well, we're talking about a gentleman here that has a motorhome that takes 4 people to put a battery in.
This cracks me up here. I want to speak on that. Listen, Barry gonna talk about. Listen to him, dude. He's gonna talk about people helping people do things. He cannot do
Those are
anything
cool,
without
fast
getting
things.
somebody to come help him. I mean, he couldn't pull that motor without help. He can't change oil without help. He can't do anything without help, dude. And he'll get on here and pull some stupid little piddly shit and be like, I can do it without help. No, you can't pull an engine without help, homie. I just pulled an engine out of Suburban while he was fucking around, man. I mean, because I had to be done. I mean, a big block on my own, a lifted Suburban. I mean, you wouldn't know how to work hard if it hit you in the fucking
What
face.
he needs to say is, I didn't want to fucking work on it, so I disappeared.
I mean,
And we're also talking about a gentleman that doesn't even know how to operate a jump box. He bought a piece of shit.
Now, I have watched that video multiple times, Barry, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
okay, and let's go back to. I'm gonna say this a lot because it's important. Barry, what does that? Okay, let's say he don't know how to operate a jump box. How does that make him a bad person like you? How does that make him a racist? A drug addict? A fucking
And one of the bad.
map?
And
I mean, him not knowing how to operate a jump box doesn't show his character.
Yeah.
Doesn't has nothing to do with his character or who he is. That's the problem with people like you. You are flawed, man. I mean, so you try to pick at every weakness somebody has or everything you see in them.
Chevy
I mean,
Caprice from a gravel pit, boy.
I love how Barry don't tell the full story on any of the shit he speaks. None of it. He just spits it out. No context, no nothing. And I'm not gonna speak on that car. It's Jeff's car. He could speak on it. Just gonna say it's been in the family. That's all I'm gonna
and
say.
if Barry had it, it would
Must
be
have
the
been a good
biggest,
car.
baddest
Had a
4-door
gravel pit,
six fucking
belonged to some old
4-door
people.
4-doors.
It probably smelled like shit inside, you know. He shit and farted and pissed
You
in
would
there.
know it probably
It
smelled
was-
like your upper lip.
Barry, you're just mad because it's nicer than any of your hot rods you got laying around there, fuck boy.
And he got in there, wallered in it, you know, because that's what he smells like. Shit.
Hold on.
You know,
You already
so-
done that too with this
He's
part.
right in with
There's
it,
a
you
video
know.
of Barry
shits
putting
with
that
shit.
blue Shelby or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
playing with
Cobra.
shit.
Yeah, and he's literally picking up shit with his hands like he's got his face in it. There's a video just not too long ago of him cleaning that porch off. He's got a toe picked up and there's cat shit underneath his chin.
Yeah. So he buys this piece of junk car and thinks he's really got something, and it won't run. So he's got his jump box out there, and it's a piece of shit jump box, and he don't even have.
It's the same fucking jump box Ryan bust you stupid fucker.
Operate it. And then when he, is going to get something done, he can't do it himself. He's got to.
Barry,
What
I got
about
a
you?
challenge for you. Find one fucking video where Jeff has ever said he's a fucking mechanic.
Right.
Find one fucking video. Find one fucking video where his dad said he's a fucking mechanic.
So if they have somebody help them, wouldn't that be right? What they would need is somebody to help them?
Find one fucking video where Jeff said he's an RV mechanic.
I mean, why do you have people coming over and helping you? Is the
And poor
question.
people help him. He's got a bunch of know-it-alls that don't know.
Exactly. Fucking exactly, fasting. That Fifth Avenue is a turd. And what's sad is when his mom donated, it was probably a nice carpet, but Barry's cut the fucking carpet out of it like he does all of his fucking turds and fucking soaked the floor with fucking used motor oil.
Which don't stop
Another
Russ. I
year,
can prove
it
it.
takes 4 of them to put a battery in. And I think they worked on.
And it took Sam to come over and pull his own fucking engine.
Right.
And then this is the glorious part. This is what's fucking amazing. You ready for this? Barry, you think that you got the upper hand there? Yeah, I got an RV. Sam took the only good quality fucking part.
He took the only thing worth anything and left you with the junk. Because he would have to pay somebody to get rid of the RV. Junkyards don't take RVs, dude, and pay you for them.
No,
Because the fool would.
go watch the General Mayhem video from Roadkill. That's what fucking Freiberger and Finnegan were talking about.
Half the day just to get a battery and a motor home.
Now, if you know somebody that runs a junkyard, they
Dave,
might take it from
you
you.
know,
But just the average person, they're not going to
You're
take
just
it.
a piece of shit, Dave. That's
So,
all you.
where is anything you've stated in this video prove he's a piece of shit?
Right,
Where is any of this?
That's my whole point. That's my whole point. I'm
That's all
trying to
you're
across
ever going to
here.
be.
What is him not knowing how to work a battery box, buying a junk car, whatever the fuck you
These
said
other
about him?
ones.
What the fuck does that have to do with
Yeah,
making him a piece of shit and a bad person? What does any of that have to do with it?
He's gonna get us now.
Go back a little ways.
Here we come.
Let's
go.
Aston, when we first was introduced to him,
Aston
Let's call us the two
Martin.
bitches.
he had long, greasy,
I mean,
greasy
that'll work,
hair,
No, Barry, I'm gonna speak on this here in a minute for you, dog. You ready?
filthy, dirty, because he never took a bath.
We don't have
he never
no
took a
water.
shower, and never washed that mop of his.
We
And
didn't
I
have
feel like I've
not
done him
no
some
water.
good
What
because
you
I pointed
fat?
that out to him. And you know what?
No, Barry, you know why I cut my hair? You want the truth? I'm gonna cut it again, so you can say that shit again. Cut it because the grower I was seeing at the time didn't like long hair.
He did, guys. He cut his hair. He cleaned up. Yeah. And of course, I noticed
He
his
cleaned
teeth
up?
was
What
all
the fuck are
rotted.
you
So I
talking?
said,
He ain't cleaned up.
Bitch, I clean up every day before I go to town. Just
He-
because
he
you
smell-
see me in the garage dirty
Man,
doesn't mean I go to town
Try
like that.
working next to this motherfucker. Dude, he smells like a possum's asshole. I mean, what's your point, Barry?
I'm telling you, better
What
get
does
to a
any of
dentist.
that have to do with his
About
character
them
making him
teeth,
a bad
of course,
person?
he didn't. He just continued, them crooked teeth he had just continued to.
At least I was one to try to fight for what was mine, Barry.
Right.
Can you say the same?
Shovel it in until it's all rotted out. Now he's got a whole mouthful of rotted teeth.
But where are you and Ryan's teeth?
Right. Look at your boy. That's what I mean. Like right here, this clip should be clipped out and a picture of Ryan's face laid over it. With the
Just like his daddy did. And let's talk about his daddy. So his daddy, he's a fat, slimy piece of junk too.
the legend.
Like father, like son. They're
The
both slimy.
lover.
And they go around, they cheat people, and they
Fuck
cheat
yeah.
people.
Barry, it's been over a year. Why can't you go with any new material?
Right. I mean.
Because I make you look stupid several times.
I mean, why don't you put the video up of the guy picking up the car?
Yeah,
Dude.
that's what they do. They even cheated their own cousin.
I mean,
Their cousin
that would put a flaw
had a
in
couple
a crack in
valiants.
your
They
fucking
wanted
white,
the
bud.
engine swapped over to one.
Go check out my
And so
Plymouth
they
Giant
swapped it over
series
all right.
on Poor Man's
No,
Pizza.
they didn't. They cheated their own cousin, and of course the cousin is so pissed
He
off.
is so fucking
I
stupid.
mean, we
He-
had not that I always, but we had the other Valiant out back and had a title for it. He's ignorant.
You are so fucking stupid, dog. You really are. You think because somebody says "cuz" in a text,
Right.
some people use that as a slang word, Barry. Like friend, buddy, pal.
What's up, cuz? That's my point. I
I
mean,
won't talk to him anymore. And
we
that's the
don't
kind of people
have
they are.
any family that
they're
talks to us, and
cheats,
that's a
they're
fact. I mean,
robbers,
because I
they're
never,
thieves,
I never
they're
let them
crooks,
come
they're
around because
liars.
not
They're
all
all
of them are
on
decent
drugs,
people.
I think, too.
Most of my family, Barry, is like you, and I refuse to associate myself with people like you.
My
I think the
wife's
other side
family,
is on too. Now my
on the wrong
brother,
side,
now,
pretty
he,
bad
you know,
family. I mean,
hey,
most of them's okay.
he's
I
the
mean,
one.
Hey Barry, you want
But-
to hear somebody? I'm gonna ask you a question. Serious question. If you were down and out, let's say you became homeless. Let's say you sue me and I was able to take your house from you.
that's not what we're saying is going to happen.
Hypothetically speaking, if that happened, how many of your family members could you call right now and say, "Hey, look, can I come stay here? I need a place to go."
Right. Or let's just say for let's run two scenarios. First, you don't pay your taxes, and Ryan can't pay them, and you don't do it for 2 years, and they put your house on tax sale, or however long they do down there. Where would you go, Barry? Do you have a place to go? Let's just say your house burns this winter from all the kerosene heaters and space heaters in that motherfucker. Do you have a family member you can call and go? I bet you don't.
Finish. Because I can speak from personal experience. Because me and a loved one at the time was going to need a place to go to avoid a situation. My grandparents, I called them. I told them. They said, yes, you can come here if you need to. You're always welcome here. Same with my aunt. If I was down there, I know for 100% certainty. Let's say I was trapped in another state. I could call her and she would figure a way to get me the fuck home. Barry, how many family members do you have like that, dog? That you can count on, that you know were with 110% they got your back.
I mean, why don't you tell inquiring minds that you're trying to tell what you did for Easter, what you did for Christmas,
People still trying to say
Thanksgiving?
it was me. No. He changed the will, so she did a.
Barry, you are so fucking stupid. You can't change the will.
How? The lawyers had the goddamn thing. How the fuck? So let me get this straight. He broke into the lawyer's office, changed the will,
He cheated his
went
own
back.
The will was done. It was written by my mother. My father had he had dementia. He had something they called sundowners.
That is dementia. It's a form of it. That's how educated and smart you
Dementia,
are.
what he had. So, and I think he had Parkinson's too.
Sundowners is the byproduct of dementia. That means when the sun starts going down, they get a little more
He didn't
batty.
know what he was doing.
You know what's fucking sad, Barry? On a real serious note, you were worried about them throwing away documents. Your father's fucking dying.
Okay.
Straight up dying.
Hold on, I got something right here just clicked in my head. Okay, Barry, if your father had dementia so bad and shit, then why would you even bother going up there and telling him that there's at his house throwing away documents? Why would you go to the nursing home and tell him? Well, he wouldn't know what the fuck was cracking and what wasn't. He wouldn't know what documents he's talking about and what you wasn't. So he was so bad with dementia, why did any of that matter? Why would you go tell him? How would your father with dementia tell you to shoot the motherfucker?
But here's what I want to know. Seriously, this speaks to your character.
One half the time, when he was told that my brother and my sister was thrown.
By you. Tell the full fucking story. He was told by you. Your father's fucking dying. He is on his deathbed, Barry. Instead of going there and making sure he's at peace, talking to him, reminiscing, you literally went up there to aggravate this man with a heart condition.
Or you would go up there and ask him for money. Talking
Here's-
about that Matt and them won't give me no money, Dad. But my point is, even with that, if he's flat, listen, anybody that's dealt with somebody that's got dementia, that's got full-blown dementia, knows, man, they might have a lucid day or not lucid day, but most of the time, there's certain parts of their life they're never going to get back. You might walk in there and know who you are, they might not. I mean, or they might see you and think you're the little kid version of you. I mean, so if your father was so bad with dementia, couldn't make any fucking decisions, how did he comprehend the shit you was telling him? And when you did this, and tell you to go shoot the fucking bastard. Because you're only saying this because it's a fact that your fucking father told your brother and sister to have you arrested.
All his personal artifacts out of the house and into the trash.
Because I can say this, Barry, I spent the past, 3 days at Grandpa's? Never once, Barry, have I ever made him upset. Same, I try to avoid it with Dad. You don't do that.
And let's clear that up. Do you know what them guys was throwing away? They was cleaning out old paperwork, taxes from 10 years ago, old filing cabinets full of what he is talking about. Listen, who would throw away anything worth a fuck if they're cleaning out a house like that? Listen, these people was money hungry motherfuckers, right? His brother and sister.
Barry's words.
Yeah, Barry's words. So they're money hungry. They wouldn't throw away no more value. The shit that when he did this, and this got him banned from the nursing home, folks. He's not going to tell you that either. This action right here was the final straw that got him kicked out of the nursing home, but not allowed to go back up there. They was throwing away old paperwork, taxes, shit like that. Shit that they was going to have to clean out when he passed anyway. Shit that didn't matter, dude. And Barry goes up to the nursing home to tell his dad they're throwing away his good shit. But it was just paperwork. And money-hungry people wouldn't be throwing away decent money worth shit.
And
right?
here's I'm gonna come after Ryan. What, Ryan? I know you'll probably see this. Because Barry will probably play it for you. What kind of fucking dude lets their father go up there and irate a man that raised them?
Right.
That treat him as his fucking own.
Y'all seen how Barry
You're
acted?
a piece of shit.
Y'all seen how he acted at the spring run on the grass, dude? Can you imagine him in a nursing home ranting and raving like that, dude?
I'd be damned. I would be damned if I would let my father go up and irate my grandfather.
When he left that fucking nursing home that day,
Be damned.
Listen, his dad wasn't supposed to be getting riled up or anything. And he was so frustrated and mad at Barry, dude, that it was just bad. They couldn't have him come to the nursing home no more because he was riling this man up. He's going to put him in the grave before his time.
Ash,
The guy was going to have a stroke, a heart attack.
Instead of just going up there sitting, talking about the
Right.
good old times. But Barry,
Right.
you couldn't go up there talking about the good times because you and him never had good old times.
Right, tell the truth. Your dad
he
did not
told
like
me,
you.
he told my son, both of it. He said, get a gun and shoot the bastard. Yeah, his own son.
Hang on. With the video I'm about to play, so he told you to grab a gun and shoot. So you're calling your father a bitch?
Right. I mean, so he's a bitch? I mean, he said grab a gun.
Shoot somebody.
Your words.
Of
He's
course, we
only
found
saying
out.
this because his
They didn't talk about
father
mom.
did tell his brother and sister to have Barry arrested.
Okay, listen to this logic, because Dad will poke holes in this statement. He's going to talk about his mom here in a minute and how she was a hoe. You want to talk about it now or do you want to get into it?
Let it play. And
They didn't talk about it, but, it was the same mom that I had, with my brother, but it was a different dad. His dad was Glenn Hoffmeister. And I remember as a kid growing up, this guy started coming
It's
around.
gonna be real important. Pay attention to his
And I
words.
didn't ask anything, I just, mom and dad are mom and dad. I didn't ask what was going on. And what it was, mom and dad weren't getting along. So they had separate, open relationships. They had separate relationships while they were still married.
This kid
So
gets
mom
sued.
started hooking up with this guy called Glenn Hoffmeister. And
Pay attention.
You know Harbor Freight for
Remember, he
affordability.
said mom started
but
hooking up with a guy
durability
named
goes
Glenn
right along
Hoffman.
with it. You see,
He didn't
we
say
test,
go
and
around
then
spending
we
time
test
with,
again.
hanging out with,
Now it's time for
whatever,
you
had
to
to go to
put
the house
us
and
to the
coffee.
test. Whatever you
Started hooking up. Remember what he said.
when Matt was born, Glenn Hoffmeister was gone. I mean, he was out of there. He didn't see him anymore. And I remember when I was about 8, 9 years old, he was coming around. And he would pick me and my sister up and take us around in this cool Model A40 he had with a rumble seat in it. And I used to like to sit in the back of it because I never sat in the car with a rumble seat. And it went maybe 30 miles an hour top speed. It was, kind of rough riding, but I mean, it was a Model A. It was cool, and I thought the guy was cool. I didn't realize he was fucking my mother. I didn't. No one ever told me that. I had to figure that out.
Boom!
on my own.
Okay, now, did y'all hear that? His whole life, nobody has ever told him his mom was fucking around with his dad.
You just admitted to fucking slander
So-
and defamation.
So
and-
you just owned it that your mom never told you that, nobody ever told you that Matt belongs to this Glenn Hoffmeister. You're saying at 9 years old, you figured out, you knew what fucking was, and in your head, you knew they was fucking, and even if they was fucking, your dad was still fucking her, so you wouldn't know whose kid it was anyway. It's never been said by anybody but you that
He's still
Matt,
saying his mom's a hoe, though.
that Matt is not your full brother. You're the only one that's ever said that in 68 years. You just own that shit. That's a fact, Barry. Second, it would still make your mom a hoe, dude. Your mom and dad was married. Don't go with. You're going to talk about open relationships. That's not all how that shit. Listen, most people that get in. And me and Tori were swingers, man. I mean, for a lot of our young life, I can prove it, man. I mean, people that have relationships like that, they have to be committed to each other. They have to, because if not, if somebody's doing something like that, have an open relationship, and we didn't have an open relationship. Let's be clear about that. We didn't screw around on each other behind our backs. But for people that have them kind of relationships, if they're doing that to try to fix their marriage or try to find something's missing in their marriage, it's going to destroy their marriage, dude. I've seen it probably 30 times, man. If they have a bad marriage to start with and they start into that lifestyle, it will destroy their marriage. I've seen it 30 times.
Oh, here's
So let's not go with that. Your mom and dad had an open relationship because you say that, but then you go into, you never say how you know they had an open relationship. You go into how your dad talks to women bad.
Yeah.
The
Hang
fuck
on,
does that have
hang
to do with anything?
That would make your mom cheating on your dad, but hang on.
Right.
I want to say something. Fucking seriously say something. Barry, you would have been better off coming saying, I walked in on them doing it. That's how I came to this conclusion.
Right. And I'm not going on, but even if you did walk in on him doing it, or your dad was still fucking with your mom at the same time. How would you know whose kid it is? There's never been any blood work. Your words, dude.
I remember mom telling me many times that dad was rude to women.
Now listen, Barry just 5 seconds ago talked about how he loved his dad and everything else. Look what he's about to say about his father.
And keep in mind, he is never once going to say, Mom said that Dad fucked other women, so Mom was fucking other dudes. He's never said that.
And, well, it was true. He was rude to Mom. Other women he wasn't rude to. But the mom he was rude to her. And, you know, I don't know how many times that my older brother Randy had to break up fights between them and get in the middle of it. And, of course, you know, defend the mom. And then when he passed away, the torch was passed to me. And then I...
Okay, you understand what he just said, right? He just said that his dad used to beat the fuck out of his mom and they'd have to get between them.
Think about this logic here, though. Think about this logic here. Did you just hear what he said? His brother passed away in 01. Barry would have been well over full grown. How'd you stop anything?
Right. And they did have issues over Barry because Dad was tired of Barry mooching off of him. Dad was tired of Barry's mom bailing him out every time. Dad wanted Barry to stand up. Listen, Barry and his dad didn't get along. I mean, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. And another fact, Barry was scared of his dad. Ask Barry why he's deaf in his ear. He'll blame it on his dad because he was downstairs asleep one of the many times he got evicted from his home and had to go live in their basement. Talk about everybody else lived in their mom's basement. He spent most of his life in his mom's basement. I mean, he's downstairs asleep and his dad was sick of it. Barry called into work that day and Dad was like, fuck this. I'm over it. And went downstairs to beat the shit out of Barry. Barry was a grown man. They had Ryan. I mean, he would have never stepped between his mom and dad. He was scared of his dad. I'm not saying his dad and mom never beat each other up. I'm not saying that.
Why couldn't you learn from your dad, though? You want to talk about learning from your father? Did your father bring his buddies in there to kick your ass? Or did he step down there by himself and kick your ass?
I can't imagine loving... Look, my old man died when I was 4 at Garland Foundry in a cupola. A piece of slag broke off, and back then they had no safety equipment, no nets or nothing. And hit him in the fuck top of the head. He hung upside down 20 feet in the air in a fucking cupola on a ladder because his leg got stuck between them. Anyway, even with that being said, I would never disgrace my father's memory by saying that he was a woman beater. I wouldn't say anything bad about my father, dude. What kind of man says he loves his father and wants to honor him, but comes out on a video like this just to try to prove something, just to try to prove a point, would say what he just said about his dad?
Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to ask you. Would you ever come downstairs and fucking knock the shit out of me?
No, I would never blindside you. I would never put my hands on you like that, unless I had no choice but to defend myself. Now, come downstairs and snatch you up and beat your ass, yeah, no problem.
You know, and I didn't know.
But come downstairs and just ring your fucking bell, no.
In those days, I knew that this guy was around. I was only a kid, maybe 8, 9 years old. I didn't really understand.
Listen.
This guy was, you know, screwing my mother.
You just heard what he said. It's hypocritical shit.
Listen.
I had no clue, you know. But, I mean, a lot of people in those days got divorced. And my parents decided to stay together and keep the lie alive, you know, that they're, you know, together and they, you know, they love each other. They didn't love each other. No.
Listen to what this motherfucker says about his mom and dad, dude.
He did not. I did not hear that.
There are videos where Barry talks about how much his dad loved his mom and always made sure she had new vehicles. There are videos where he talks about how much his dad loved his mom. And now today, try to discredit his brother. He talks about how his mom and dad didn't love each other.
Lee.
Listen to this, dude.
Shit. I would... How could you let them worse
his mother and father was together. Listen, Barry and them had done growed up, dude. When his brother died, Barry and them was all grown.
Isn't even my mom and dad, and I'm pissed.
Listen, why wouldn't they have got a divorce then? Okay, if they hated each other when the kids was grown, why wouldn't they got a divorce? And Barry's gonna come on here and say because they had Ryan. Please get on here and say that. Own that shit, Barry. Own you didn't raise Ryan. Because, okay, I'll give you that. They had Ryan, so they stayed together for Ryan. That don't make a lot of sense, but you all was grown in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Why would they stay together? Because they was together till the day his mom died.
Yep.
Folks. People that don't love each other don't do that shit. If they hate each other, the minute the kids are grown, they normally split.
Hey Barry, I had a question for you. A lot of people don't. I don't care about your beliefs on this topic. I want to ask a question. So if you believe differently, that's fine. You're tied to your Barry. I know you believe in the afterlife, and I know you're gonna believe it. You're gonna see your mom and dad someday. How are you gonna be able to look them in their fucking face after saying this? Do you know if your mom's in heaven right now? Do you know how sick she is of you right now? How like this would probably be one of the things that she would backhand the fucking dog shit out of you over.
Listen, he's saying all this just to prove a point. Listen, if they had an open relationship, why didn't he talk about any other dudes? Because people in open relationships have many lovers.
Yeah.
That's the point of the open relationship, to have sex with other people. So why hasn't he talked about anybody else? Other dudes coming around the house? Any other women coming around? I mean, he talks about one dude that was a friend of his mom's. Once she had Matt, the dude disappeared. I mean, come on, man. People in an open relationship that hated each other. She never fucked around with your dad anymore? I mean,
But
come
Barry,
on, man.
what you're saying about your dad being a wife beater and stuff, I want to ask you a question. His character, by the story you're telling, is the total opposite of what you're saying. If it's not, though, it's not. But hypothetically, if what you're saying is true, your father raised Matt, knowing Matt wasn't his. Does that sound like a man that's a fucking abusive piece of shit?
Right. And send him to college? I mean, come the fuck on. You know what I think it'd be funny? If Matt and him did a DNA test, dude. Like him and Jody did a DNA test, and it come back that they're full. Because that would mean that fucking Barry's full.
You know
what I'm saying? I mean, that'd be funny
Mom
shit.
told me
And
many
Matt
times,
Jody
"He's reading
says,
one."
I am
Yeah, that's
so
true. He
sorry.
was. He's reading one. You, Mom.
This is just... I'm at a loss for words.
You wonder why.
How can you get on here and say this about your own parents?
Anybody that wonders why his brother and sister can't stand this cocksucker, imagine your whole life living and having to deal with this motherfucker, dude.
Isn't there a...
Watching your mom and dad fight because this cocksucker won't get a job and pay his own bills.
I was with my dad for years.
Isn't
I used to
there
work with my
a...
dad on the brick truck.
Barry, isn't there a level you won't stick to? Like, stoop to?
No.
Like,
No.
isn't there a line that you've crossed every fucking line that's physically imaginable, and now every time I think you can't stoop any fucking lower, you stoop there.
Listen, he will out his buddy as a baby killer to however
And I
he will
used to
see
see
it,
what he did.
and lie to him. Lie to him
This
about
is-
outing him. Just about to say, look, I have a friend. Look, everybody, I have a friend. He's called me today.
Talk to and how he treated people. So there
Dude, if I had a brother and he said this shit up, dude,
you guys go.
And, and I'm not going to fucking sit here and bullshit.
these
I
guys
was
are
told
on
that his dad was a
drugs,
good dude, a good man,
They're so
took
messed
care of his
up on
family.
this shit that they're
But he
taking
was
from
no
them.
nonsense. If he told these fucking kids to do something, he meant fucking do it or else.
I'm gonna say this.
I mean,
I'm not gonna show the picture, but there's a picture of Matt because I don't want to show it because I don't know if he's cool with it. With him and his dad, Matt and his dad at the Kiwanis Club or whatever it is,
right.
and his father, you could see it in his eyes. Dude he's proud. He's shaking Matt's hand. He is physically fucking proud. I have searched high and low for a photo of Barry and his fucking father
Right. I mean,
with that same energy.
I mean, look at what
Exactly.
Barry looks like and
All
look at
those,
his dad.
you know, drugs are on. I'd
Look what
probably,
Matt looks like. Look at his dad. I
probably
mean,
say it's
see
mad.
who
And I
don't belong
think
to
maybe
who.
they
I mean,
dropped a
come
little
on.
acid or something because they're tripping. I mean, I know this David guy. He's in some kind of.
We're cooking meth and crack up in here.
Think
Barry.
about the logic.
We're
It's
cooking shit,
all what we've said about him. This is not even an original Mr. Obvious.
Right.
time warp or something, you know. And he's got the most filthiest mouth. I remember one of his
This never happened. Spoiler alert.
Man, I've offered to pay you to shut
people
this
that
mouth
were,
up.
I guess, on a live broadcast said, "You're sick."
Never happened.
Yeah, he is sick. She was right. He's just sick in the head. He's sick individual.
Hey Barry, I had a question. You like to brag about your subscribers going up. Why does your views stay the same? More people are seeing you, therefore your subscriber count or your view count would go up.
Think about Barry's talk about
hope
suing
you
people for
guys-
defamation of character.
No.
He's so stupid. He don't even understand that he just made an open shut case of defamation of character against his brother.
Oh, I'm talking about, you already know that these guys are really pathetic, and they're just,
The lowest
they
of the
go
low.
around, they cheat people, they rob people.
Fuck yeah. Every day.
I'm talking about.
I do it at gunpoint.
Oh yeah.
Not the David clan, the other clan. I don't know about David as much. I'd say him and his father probably would do the same. They
Talk about defamation of character.
I mean, you want
Who
to
speaks on a subject they know nothing
you
about?
want to talk about cheating people? Well, tell everybody the story about the Ford Granada or what the fuck ever that thing is, that brown car up by the barn, and the Mustang. How you got the Mustang?
take
Because that job
advantage of
still ain't done back to your
If
buddy
you
that
came
you
off
got paid on
TV,
already to do.
They seem like they're crooked and I believe he was from Florida, and then he moved to supposed Boston.
Listen, he's gonna knock people in Jersey now.
Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, sure, you live in Boston, dude. You don't live in Boston. No. No, you probably live in like Jersey or something, New Jersey or something, probably where you live at. That's where all them Cretans live at.
Credence,
New Jersey.
folks.
All right, guys, so that's
Why
it.
would it matter though?
When
Also,
come on.
I don't understand
You're
something.
not racist, but yet you're attacking somebody not on the color of their skin, but where they live. That's racist.
What? I don't understand. Can anybody explain to me why it matters if they live in Massachusetts or Jersey or Florida? What the fuck is? He acts like they're not good enough to live in Massachusetts, dude. I mean, I don't want to piss off Mark on him, but there's parts of Massachusetts that's not so nice, dude. Just like there is Indiana. Yeah, I mean, he acts like they can't live in Massachusetts because they're not good enough to live there. I mean, you hear how this motherfucker, he's so stupid, dude. I mean, just so you know, Barry, Jersey is one of the states that is most costly to live in.
Yeah.
Dude,
Anywhere up in that area.
New York, Jersey, I mean, those are the states that you have to have a little money to live or you live very, very rough. I mean,
Here, ran a little bit on our rant video here with Mr. Obvious. It's only obvious these guys are scum.
fuck
They're
yeah.
sickos. Like Michael
Sick of
Jackson,
your
yes, Wacko Jacko. These are, wacko fucking sicko.
So is that your second attempt at calling us a pedophile, Barry? Because that's how I took
You
that.
really do.
We're like Michael
Well,
Jackson.
you're probably starting to realize that karma's going to take care of that for you. So
I thought you was going to take care of that.
Barry, I don't know about you, but my life's looking pretty damn good, dude.
I thought you was going to take care of this, Barry.
Not to brag. I got several. Fuck, dude. Talk about karma.
it's been raining. It's been nasty.
Karma kicks my
We
ass. 'cause
got
I have
puddles
one.
out here from all the rain
And
we've
you
been
kids
getting.
need to fall out, bro.
Hopefully it'll dry up. I can get back to some more weed
Never claimed to be a
whacking
good person.
and some more.
My life started
I tried.
Of course,
Since
our haters
2006, I
say,
tried
"Oh,
every
you'll
day
never
of
put
my
that
life
bumper on
to
that
try to be a
Mustang."
better person than I was before 2006.
Show the
Oh, wait.
fucking
6.
video, Bowie. I love how where I'll put out the proof. You'll make broad ass claims and statements without showing any proof.
Right.
But first, I want to talk about defamation.
In your face, Dick Tracy.
Whack. Just hit
Wow,
me right in the face.
you were able to put a bumper on a bent car and a plastic grill in a car.
Again, nobody ever said you wouldn't do it, Barry. We said, what sense does it make to do it? Why are you doing it?
Because your own words, you got to redo the radiator support, the apron, so everything on the front has to
We'd
be
have to
blown
come back
apart.
off. I mean, there's no
Oh,
real
he'll never
record of
pull
what-
that engine out of that 440 in your face, Dick Tracy.
You didn't do it. Sam
Sam
did.
did.
I don't know how many times that we've had to take these punks to school, but we're
Where's the X-heads, Barry?
Even if you take
Let's
this,
continue
even
to do
if we're wrong about
Until we
everything
get
you
our
say,
lawsuit.
except for
And
you
once we
doing
get
a
a
map
lawsuit on
in a
these guys, we're
racist, what
probably
does
going to
that
back
matter?
off of them a little bit because the lawyers are going to take care of that.
Hey, Barry, I got something to say.
The lawyers, not lawyer now. The
I got
lawyers.
something to say, Barry. I want you to stand up and listen. We'll say it, and I'm going to say it really fast. Bring it on, bitch.
Right. I mean,
Let's go. You won't do it. Barry, you won't sue me. You're a pussy-ass bitch. You won't do it.
I will pay you of
Of
course.
course.
I mean,
When I win the lawsuit, for defamation of character.
hell yeah.
I got a question. Do you even know what the definition is?
Very-
I mean, you can't spell dumbass, so I know you are one. So,
Look-
just so you know, the defamation is me saying something that costs you something. That is not true. That there is no proof of, Barry.
Listen, folks, let's hype him up. Everybody comment to Barry real nice and be like, yeah, you got this one, sue him.
Harassment.
Get this cocksucker to take us to court.
Everything else I could think of.
I mean,
Because we're gonna do a build up. We're gonna do a live stream before and after.
right. I mean,
Because they're so stupid that he left a bunch of messages in the mention box for YouTube. And I got them all. I got all the messages he sent me. So I'm going to use that
what's the mission
as
about?
my basis for harassment.
You mean our community page, where we tag you in things? You use this site and you don't even know what the fuck the shit's called.
Again, Barry, you should Google it. Somebody leaving a message on, even if they messaged you on YouTube, does not qualify as
You can't
harassment.
message on YouTube.
Plus the
Or
videos.
whatever, a comment,
his
whatever,
channel.
leave a message, whatever.
Which,
I mean,
his channel's a joke. He's a joke. And they got this Matthew Decker. Decker, you're
Woohoo!
you're
Everybody go check out that channel. He's got a badass firework.
fucking shit. You need to mind your own fucking business. Stay the fuck out of my business, that's for sure.
Need to put that in
You
my
too.
business.
I've seen your mentions. Now you're blocked.
You're blocked.
Yeah, you can't message me no more. So
Hey, Barry, I tag you in shit all the time, dog.
I'm
Just
sure.
because I'm blocked doesn't mean it doesn't pop up, Bubba.
I'm sure his
good luck
heart's
with
broke.
that one, Bear Decker.
You are so involved in this YouTube bullshit, but you don't even know the shit you're talking. You literally thought if you had us blocked that we couldn't view your content. You stupid old fucker.
I mean,
Now, if you're blocked, you can't mention. How does that work, Barry? Because you get like 30 notifications when I tag you and shit.
Dicker, Matthew Dicker. Hey, maybe you and my brother can get together and have a circle jerk. 2 Matthews together.
Exactly,
See you in the next
Matthew.
one, guys. Bye bye.
okay, let's recap the video, folks, to make sure that I got everything. If I missed something else, let me know. So in this video so far, he's gonna sue us all, or at least sue us Michael Jackson types. So I'm not sure what the fuck he means by that. I don't know if it's a racist thing or thing. Okay. Okay. Then his brother's not his dad's because his mom cheated on his dad, but Barry has no knowledge, first-hand knowledge of an affair. He never seen an affair. He never was told about an affair.
See this? See those? You're gonna have to watch that video. Those are badass.
Right. I mean, so he says his brother's not. So he basically defames his brother's name, saying that his dad don't belong to him without no first-hand knowledge of an affair. Then second, he says his dad used to beat him, and his brother, who died in the early 2000s, used to have to get between him. And then when he was dead and gone, Barry had to get between him in the early 2000s. So he says his dad was a woman beater.
If you gotta use a gun.
Okay, this next one.
Did I miss his name?
No, this next one is fucking glorious. You guys ready for this?
If you gotta use a gun or talk about using a gun,
So,
You-
Dad, these videos I had to put to where they made sense because Barry posted one short before the other, and it made zero sense.
First of all, I want to say my son would never threaten anybody with a gun. It would never happen. He was raised better than
I'm
that.
smarter.
He
than
would
that.
never threaten anybody with a firearm. He would never pull it on you. He would never show it to you if you accosted him. He wouldn't do it. I mean, not in a million years would that ever happen.
Hey Barry, am I a bitch because I sleep with one underneath my pillow?
Because just so, for those that don't know and they're not familiar, if you're carrying a firearm
Wait.
and somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, motherfucker, what's up?" and you pull your shirt up and go tap tap on your firearm, that can be considered intimidation on him.
But hang on,
You know what I mean?
but I want to discuss before we
They
get into
consider
this.
that pulling your
I
firearm.
want to discuss before we get into this. So Barry, people that carry guns for self-defense are bitches. Okay, I'm gonna name off some YouTubers. They're not affiliated with me, but they're gun tubers. Do you know what that is, Barry? Brandon Herrera, AK-50 guy. Donut operator. Another one. Hitcock 45. Fucking Kentucky Ballistics. Demolition Ranch. All guys that I know carry every day. They have a C whatever the fuck. Everyday carry. So they're all bitches, right? Your father who said, go shoot that, your words, go shoot that motherfucker, is a bitch. By your own words. And now, you threatening to shoot somebody over a grill, you're a bitch.
Fact.
you ain't nothing but a pussy. You ain't nothing but a bitch pussy. You're gonna have to get a gun and pull a gun and use a gun because you're a bitch. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he don't have to get one. I mean, he has plenty. I mean,
Barry, I'll be a bitch. But you know what? Unlike you, I still have my rights.
right. I mean,
You lost yours when you decided to be a fucking knucklehead.
but you have no problem walking
Sure.
past that
If you
shotgun
gotta
in
use a
several
gun, you ain't
videos.
no.
So, hang on. Ryan owns a shotgun. You say Ryan owns it. It's yours, though. But Ryan owns one, right? So Ryan's a bitch. These are your words. I'm just making an argument with your words.
Nothing but a bitch. You ain't nothing but a pussy. And that's the problem with this society nowadays. People want to pull a gun.
You act like it's just in the past 20 years that people carry fire. My grandfather is pushing 70 years old. He's 66 or 67. He's been carrying a gun since he was 16.
What about the Wild West, dude?
You act like it's something new.
Listen, average law-abiding folks that go to work, pay their taxes, you know, they're not supposed to know how to fight.
what happened
They're
in
not
the
supposed
old
to hear
days?
street fighting. I mean, Barry, I don't know how you could sit here and straight face say the shit you say.
I want to ask Barry a question on something else I just thought of, since he wants to bring up this bitch shit. So, I carry a gun. I'm a bitch. I'll own that. I have my second. I still have my rights. I'm a bitch. Your words. You're right. Okay. Now let's talk about you. What about the 63-year-old man that takes his dog everywhere with him? When your dogs are vicious, you technically have a weapon in the car. So you're a bitch.
What about this fucking 63-year-old man talks about beating motherfuckers down if they come to his house, but in another video talks about how he's going to call the cops? So why would anybody come to your house or fuck with you, come looking for you?
People don't
if you're
hide
call the
behind a
cops?
computer.
Hence why
You come
you
out of
can
this.
stop this at any time. You can get in the ring and get paid to do it and stomp a muddle in my ass. I mean,
You won't do that.
you won't do it. You're a coward. You talk. You're the typical tough guy.
Treat.
You are the type of dude that don't do well in prison.
Really?
And face shit, face to face. And don't be a pussy. And pull a gun. That's what these guys are.
Let's be
Do
real.
you hang on? I want to discuss. Do you understand, Barry, that the repercussions? If you were to accost me like that show, and I pull a firearm out on you and I pointed at you, do you understand? That's how stupid you are. I would not be walking away. I would be in fucking bracelets. That is intimidation. Probably with a fucking firearm.
It has to be equal force. Your life has to be
fucker.
threatened.
But you know what could happen?
Now you come at him with a baseball bat, a knife, something like that. That's a
You
different
come at me
story.
with a BB gun, a baseball bat, you jump me, that type of shit
Right.
is grounds enough.
Right.
You guys are just bitches.
And when I fight Barry, I haven't carried it. Me and my buddy were so much. I stopped carrying every day like fucking a year or so ago because I got tired of it being on my hip weighing me down.
That's what I was gonna say,
Like-
dude. That's what I was gonna say. Listen, you say people. I didn't. Listen, I want to make this clear. I did not drive to the pumpkin run to the spring runner guys to stir shit to do anything else. It's a swap meet. I wanted to go. Barry gonna be there was just a plus.
So,
I had no intention on saying anything to Barry. I made it clear in the videos before we went, and I made it clear ever since. So I would never go to somebody's event to stir shit, but I do have a right to go to the event. You know what I mean? So this pussy loaded up in his junk ass Avalanche 400,000 miles and drove all the way across Indiana and halfway through Ohio to his backyard.
Where he made it clear if we can, there's gonna be.
He
blood
walked past us twice that day. Had every opportunity to do something. It's proven. You can watch the video. He went into the third. I said it. Told story. He went to the third time to start screaming from 3 miles back.
And you want to call your brother a pussy, but you walked past your brother even.
Right. Didn't say a fucking word to anybody. You didn't take your coat off as we was walking up. Nothing, dude. Nothing, Barry. I mean, you knew exactly what you was doing because that's what cowards like you do. Because a real man would be like, fuck yeah, let's get in the ring and I don't want no fucking money.
Why is it the only fight that Barry's ever talked about winning is the one where him and a buddy beat the fuck out of him?
Alright, you only hear him talk about beating people up when there's more than just one.
Barry, that right there is grounds for self-defense with a firearm.
Right.
Just so we're clear. Your dog getting out of it, you sicking your dog on somebody is grounds for that dog to be terminated.
Hold on, go there. I mean, so people that threaten to sick their dogs on people instead of duking, in your words, everybody's supposed to go fisticuffs instantly. You start swinging in the middle of crowds, hurting people and shit. I mean, so people like you that say, I'll sick my dog on you, he'll eat you, wouldn't that make you a pussy?
I can tell you this, dude. If my dad was 20, Barry, you wouldn't.
We're not going to go there, dude. I mean, I don't need to go there. I mean,
that was some of
I'm
our
comfortable
earliest
right now. I know
recollection of Jacko Wacko and his piece of shit garbage son. And of course,
I'm kind of butthurt. I'm kind of butthurt. Seriously, why do you get the soft name and I get like the name like he's fucking me or something? It's like calling me a filthy whore. I don't understand it. Like, why do you get the soft name and I get the like he's wanting to fuck me, calling me a filthy whore?
his son, you know, when we first seen him, he had this long, nappy, freaking hair. It was all greasy, and you know, he was all dirty.
Barry, does this mean we're not friends anymore? Because if we weren't friends, I just don't think I could bear it.
Again, Barry, we don't have no running water, Barry.
Because he didn't
Hey,
take a
had no
bath and
running
wash
water
his
for 20
hair,
years.
you know, or take a shower and
That
clean
costs too much.
himself
That's
up.
$10 a pilot.
So I made some comments about it after they started on us and started trying to heckle our channel. And I said,
Barry about said our asses. Did you catch that? You must have started heckling our asses.
And let's be clear on that too. I have the shit saved. What started all
why
this?
don't you wash that mop of yours, you know? And, well, you know what?
Are you mad, Barry, that I can still grow long hair? Is that what you're mad about?
Right.
Is that what you're worried about? That I don't have a fucking big ass bald spot in my head and a ring around my head of hair?
Barry,
Look like Bozo the Clown?
We know that if you went to Ryan Trick or Treating, you would dress up as Bozo the Clown. You didn't have to put a ball cap on.
So, you know, they've helped us. I've helped them.
Well, there you go.
I've actually
Okay,
tried
I
to
don't
help them,
understand
you know,
it. Seriously, I don't understand what the problem is. How are you going to go to court and tell the judge, hey, they have fucking caused me damages, when all you ever do is talk about how we've helped you?
You can't help what can't be helped. You know what I mean?
Like somebody that's a racist map?
Right.
You can only, you know, drop suggestions of what needs to be done with these people.
I really do hope you sue me, Barry. I fucking hope you do, because I cannot wait for the motion of discovery to come.
Right.
And because then I'll be able to put all that out here on the internet.
Right.
And it'll be fucking flawless.
Right. And
So,
all it takes is
what
you
they need to be done
delete
is
the
they need to be
shit.
put in
You
jail.
delete the shit you're talking
You know, you're going around talking about shooting somebody. You know, those are serious accusations, and you should bring back consequences. So I gave him a
Ready for a tough
chance.
guy?
I sent him a message and let him know. Actually,
Barry, you have my permission. Put this imaginary message that does not exist.
Hold on, stop. He has said for fucking every time he talks about this, he says he contacted us. He says he contacted us over this issue, which this issue never was real. This was never a real thing.
It's
He's
just
talking
made
about.
up so Barry.
It's shit that he's heard out of videos and shit like that when we was working at Beamer in the garage. Is what it is.
I don't
It's
think
shit
it's
that
like
he has heard had nothing to do with Barry Beamer. Okay. He has said since he started talking this shit that he sent us a message. He admits it right here. He never sent no message. Listen, he says I sent a message. Well, what I actually did was because there is no. He never did. It's all lies. It's bullshit.
and did a video about it too. But if you don't drop that, you know, name and drop those words on your when you name that video, and I'm going to the police. You know, I'm just going.
Wait, 6 months ago it was a video that I mentioned this in a video.
Right.
Now it's a title of a video.
So which is it? Did he mention the video or was it a title of a video?
Take it to the cops and let them deal with it. They changed it. They didn't change it.
Think about this. I want y'all to think. This dude has said multiple times he would like to see me. I should be in jail. I should be in jail. I should be in jail. I should be. But he had me by the imaginary testiculars. He had me by him. His words had me by him. But didn't run to the cops. Even though he says, I should be in jail. I should be in jail. Barry had the opportunity. But didn't do nothing with it.
And to top it off with, people that carry guns and call cops are bitches.
The video.
Listen to
But
it.
they changed that. So finally, last spring, it all came to a head when my brother brought these guys to the.
No, your brother didn't bring me anywhere, dude. I never met your brother, dude.
Which is
I
down
didn't
in
know who the
Owensville,
fuck
down
your
in
brother
Montana,
was.
Ohio. He brought
You
it down
said
there.
it was a cool swap meet. Come down and check it out. Come down and check it out. Come down and check it out. So we go to swap meets all the time. And we don't just go to Indy and Ohio. We go to all kinds of swap meets, dude. We drove down there to check out a swap meet. And if you would have put your hands on me, we could have settled it right then. Otherwise, we went down there to have a good time. You do your shopping, we do our shopping, and everybody have a peaceful day.
But since you want to call me a cop, call me a little bitch, Barry.
Dude.
Next time you do some shit like that at the next event, I will be sure that
You're not going to walk
you're going to
away
go to jail.
unscathed. It's not going to happen.
Wacko Jacko and his boy were there, and his boy run his
You
mouth.
ruined
and I put
everybody's
him in his
time that
place.
paid money to be
Barry, the video speaks for itself, dog. But I get you got to look in the mirror, so it's all right. You put me in my place. You
100%.
put me in. I called you up. You guys, I forgot to tell you, dude. I called Barry Beamer a pedophile, and he swung and he knocked the rest of the teeth out of my head.
Right. I mean.
And we found out what I just said. You know, they're pussies. They're bitches. They're pussies. They won't. You know.
How does me being a pussy or a bitch come close to what you are?
Right. Right. What does any...
They won't come up behind your computer.
Hold on, listen to what you said, dude. This is what cracks me up. He is so stupid, he don't understand how he sounds. This man just said, won't come out behind the computer, but drove to Ohio to a swap meet he was at.
It's like that Brickleberry episode, dude, where they outsourced to India and the people were on laptop screens running around. That's what we wasn't doing.
You can't make this shit up, dude. I mean, I have offered to rent the ring, dude, in his area so he could throw him and Ryan could throw me this beating.
He
He's
won't
an
put up the
idiot.
dukes. And of course, the old man, Rocco Jacko himself. And did a video talking about he fight me with one hand tied behind his back.
Again, he don't even mention the context of the
Jesus
video. This
Christ,
is so great.
dude.
Oh my god.
You could whip yourself out of a wet paper bag with both your hands, bitch. Because you ain't nothing but a bitch.
Then why don't you sign that paper and get in the ring, Barry?
You're such a bitch, but when he walked past us, he put his fucking head down.
I'll be your bitch. That's fine. You still ain't put your hands on me and gave me a beating. You said you was gonna do it.
You gotta use a gun or talk about using a gun. You ain't nothing but a pussy. You ain't nothing but a wet paper bag with both your hands, bitch. Because you ain't nothing but a bitch.
It's springtime and this fucker's out here still running this fucking cocksucker.
You know why we do this shit late at night, man? Because we're fucking working during the day, man. I mean,
Barry would walk past some pussy to make a video about us. Fucking.
so he can't figure out what's wrong with his channel. Why his views ain't there? Why he ain't got this? I mean,
Barry would be laying in bed with a crack and recording a video talking shit.
he goes, my brother brought him down there, but we're stuck behind the computer. How do you fucking from behind the computer? How do we up in Ohio? I mean,
I'm over here fucking crying.
right, it's hilarious, dude. I mean, he's a funny motherfucker, man. I mean,
Because I can just imagine, dude. Barry'd be like, he'd be like, trying to have a good time. I'm with this old lady if he had one. Fucking Austin and Jack. Honey, what are you?
dude,
Honey,
I promise Ryan gets to hear. I promise.
honey, what are you talking about? Fucking Austin and Jack. That was like 6 hours ago they dropped the video. I know, but them cocksuckers.
They should be in jail. I mean, I said that shit about black people. I said that shit about Metro.
Hey, Barry,
I mean,
I was
but
out.
they should be in jail.
I was out and about with somebody last night, Barry. And I didn't give a fucking thought about your bitch.
Because what this is covering is freedom of speech, buddy. You know what ain't covering me that? Hate speech. Racist talk. That's not covering me that shit, man.
Oh, fucking crying. Hey, Barry, here's something. I may be a bitch, but I pull bitches unlike you and Ryan. Fuck me.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
My brother, that's obviously, he's like the circle jerk in there. You know,
It's called a
Barry,
pivot,
I swear to Christ, Barry, you keep getting this shit turned around. I am gonna come down there, dude. You keep fucking telling everybody else that I'm the fucking pivot man, dickhead. I'm the center person. Bro. I have a hole in my foot, but I don't want to move. I just spin in a circle.
Hey, Fast Thing just said, even the woman on GTA don't want Barry.
Yeah, but that's just a page out of his real life. He'll beat the hell out of him and take it. I mean, but only if they look like they're 15. I mean,
oh
Call
God.
for him. Yourself out of. If you gotta use a gun.
Okay, let's go to Barry's recent video where Dad didn't win it.
I thought you was gonna play the part where he says fucking about shooting people or whatever.
That's what I played.
I never heard you. I never heard.
That
you
was
say.
the first video that played
First
through.
video, I got you.
Oh.
I got you.
Hey Barry, look! When you search it, look!
Hey, Dad. What do you want Barry to fucking get?
I mean, put the little boy out there.
Oh God, I'm crying. Oh. God.
This dude is not a real hooper. He's a content creator, y'all. Back in my day, we didn't have no tic-tac.
Alright guys, you're back with the Beamer Sun Garage. So our hollow tree we've had for 14 years. Been here ever since I can remember.
This man is so smart, dude. He has a widowmaker in his
It went
yard,
the
and he don't
wayside
ever
from
cut
all
it.
the
I
rain
mean,
and
'cause they don't have
wind
money
and
to do it
thunder
right
and
back.
lightning and storms. And it fell. And just missed this Mustang. It ended right here. You can still see some trees.
But I'm saving cars.
Right. I
So
mean,
me and Ryan's been out here. We've hauled 1, 2, 3, now 4 loads of wood, and we chopped it up. You can see the sawdust or the chainsaws.
I see, dude.
To watch
I
chainsaw and our
I
other
saw
chainsaws
all
is
the
a,
fucking
Echo
all sawdust.
that we got and we bought. And there's one load here,
Do you mind 4 loads, you guys?
two loads there,
Oh,
three
okay.
loads there,
He calls that a load.
and 3 loads. I thought it was 4. Wait a minute, that's 2 loads in one right there.
Ah.
2, 3, 4.
Sure it
4
is.
loads.
Listen, this
We
man's
got
so
some
smart. He
lawnmower
puts
trailers
the
all
wood in the
hooked
fire
up
and
to
you
the
let
lawnmower,
it
John
season.
Deere part,
Like
let it run in the
it'll never
grass.
die.
Dude, this Barry, you should have shot this with you guys using both the motors. We could have put the fucking circus music. Da 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 da.
You know, our Mr. Dependable there
Right? The L is silent. I love it.
is pulling
I mean,
the
I
load.
think that one dude's Firebird. I think he's just mad at that dude because he wishes he had a Firebird of that generation.
Hey,
Or Camaro.
hey, fast thing. My first time my grandpa heard us set, my grandpa goes, "Did he just say what I think he just said?" I went, "Yep."
There's been a bigger load. So we got the wood ready to fire up. We're going to do some cleaning, and we still got the quad trailer over here that we built last year because our naysayers and our trolling haters said, "Oh, he can't do that. He won't do."
And I'm pretty sure in the video, Barry, you said the only reason you did it is because that was said.
This motherfucker acting like putting on a tire got 1,000 likes.
Right. He didn't even get it on right. It's on right.
And we took the hitch off of this trailer here, and we put it on the lawnmower trailer and turned it into a quad trailer, which you can hook it to a car or anything you want to. Put some bigger tires on it for the car.
Oh, yeah, that would pull great mine car at 40 miles. Fuck yeah, dude.
This trailer needs a couple tires.
I don't know,
And
you
this
ain't never
little
feel about
farmer's
it. I
trailer.
really don't.
It was so great. I love you, Barry. Will you marry me?
Bicycles on it. So we got a couple trailers that we're gonna try to unload.
Hey, Barry, man, put that trailer on Marketplace. It's $5,000 easy.
I can't wait to bring ours on. It's like,
Probably reinvest some parts and
like, we got some
we
quad
got
trailer
all
now,
kinds of
Barry.
great parts of
Ours
this car
better
here.
here.
I need to get on back on this thing here. Get some floor pan.
Gotta eat his ass. That we
These all
said
great
our
parts put
trailer's
on
better
the
than his trailer.
tires.
Gotta eat his ass, dude.
The fuel, the gas pedal rotted out from the floor pan, so we need to fix that. If I get to put a gas pedal.
He's going to get back on that,
And
folks.
that'd be perfecto.
Barry, I can't wait for the videos on these cars. I can't wait. Please do them.
You know, I can't believe Barry, I can't believe all these cars out here don't have footprint gas pedals.
So all the John Deere and tractors and
With
I find it hard to believe,
down
dude.
to
Yeah, they
here
don't. I mean,
because they're up on the hill. We're using them, doing what they're supposed to do. And we're getting back to normalcy around here. So we wanted to come on here and just
Yeah, going out in your yard ranting about other grown-ass men at
in the middle of the day.
at fucking 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's normal behavior.
On the
see
garage
what we've been
sale.
doing today.
On a
And
shop
of course,
sale.
the doodle bug, the red one, is up in the porch. We got to break.
Hey, Barry, you know what I find funny? On a serious note, you do nothing but, you're like Rich, you do nothing but constantly think about us. But whether it's me, Fasting, Mako, Matthew, Bruce, all of us, once this video is over with, we don't think about you for the rest of the fucking day.
Right. I mean,
Until it's time.
I'm gonna go in there and go to bed.
Until it's
Go
time
tomorrow
to get some
and start
content,
going again.
and
Or
then
go to the doctor.
we check it out.
Get out. Put the purple one out. We've been
Well, think about
riding
the doctor, I'll
around
be in the driveway.
playing with it. And we still got this RV here. I don't know what's going on. And neighbors across the street supposed to get some gravel, and then they want to put it in over there. I don't know what we're doing with that. Hope he'll call me or get a hold of me any day, and we'll take it over there. And they'll
Hopefully,
have a better
Barry.
place to live than a tent.
We gotta get you to get that challenge out of the garage, man. Come on.
The other day, you just talked more shit about him. He was like, I don't know about people. Like, you made him sound like the most ungrateful people in the world. I mean,
And his little tree over there is just about choked in half. It's not ready to try and move him over to that stump. Put him over here, but he's not that friendly with the cats for some reason. Yeah, he's
now there's a video. He's at the end of the porch, and you're like, oh, he's good with kittens.
Ryan's dog's over here, Angus. He loves cats. He's usually got a cat or two in his doghouse.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, you didn't say it was a lie. I mean,
Anybody's in there with you? No, just you, huh?
Look at that dog. Look at him.
He looks healthier than he did 6 months ago.
That's a protector right there.
Like, don't look at him.
Good dog. There's a kitten out here somewhere, I think, and I think he's looking for it. I thought it was in this.
I haven't seen a husky in a while.
There's another little dog house right there.
Barry, do a video showing us the husky.
I don't know. They didn't get back in that Mustang. I stuck the window back up after all the kittens were out.
You know how many cars they probably locked kittens in and cats in that's died, dude?
It's probably in the porch with the other ones. There was 4 of them in there.
Whoever ends up that property in 20 years, they're going to be up there. They're
There you guys go.
assholes and cat
There's,
carcasses and dog
Preston.
carcasses.
She's a really good cat. Take care of mice and all the rodents around here. We got a lot of them. There's a lot of mice around here.
I bet.
Try to cut some grass in the neighbor's field. You can see over there. There's my star right over there. Got most of that cut, not all of it. I got to cut my field again, I think. I don't think I cut it last time. Or did I? Yeah, I think I did cut it. Need to cut it again now. Yeah, need to cut again. Been cut twice. Cut this, but it needs to cut again. All the rain we've been having, and you know, April showers bring May flowers, and yeah, it brings everything else too. So there we go, guys. We just wanted to show you what we've been doing today, and what we got going. It's pretty nice out
Oh,
today.
absolutely nothing.
No rain, but we've had our fair share of it here lately, and the doodle bug. So we're gonna do something with that here. And this new tire, I guess. Little titties are. No, it's still got the titties on it.
You're out of your mind.
Titties
There's
are
some
burned
knobs
up.
in the
Yeah,
middle of
they're
that.
running it. Sam came over here the other day. I let him take it for a ride. My friend Super Sam, he enjoyed it. He took it down the street for a blast. And that's it, guys. So we just thought we'd bring you on here and show you what we're doing. We're lumberjacking. See you in the next one, guys. Yeah, we've got something with that blaster coming up, too. A racing quad. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.
Bullshit.
Children's racing
A
quad.
chick or a kid. I mean,
So, all right, you guys. I appreciate you guys staying tuned with us for this hour and 32 minutes. But we're gonna hop off here, and hope you guys have a good one. And I'll try to get a video out tomorrow to you guys, tomorrow night sometime. So stay tuned. And as always, Barry, leave them kids alone. Anything you want to say, Dad?
fuck you, Beamer.
Sue us, bitch.
Sign the papers. Get in the ring, Barry. Throw me the beating that you so promised me.
You won't sue us. You're too big of a coward.